It's your daily dose of Donna. Welcome to the show. Today is Monday, September 15th. How is everyone doing? I took a long weekend. You guys, I had a 3-day weekend. I am so sorry that I was gone for 3 days, but let me just tell you something. Come on in, you guys. Listen, come closer. Are you here? Are you guys here? Are you close? Okay. Put away all your distractions, silence your phone, make sure, well, number one, let me just make sure to take the fuzz off my boobie here, okay? Turn off all the distractions, make sure you've hit subscribe, like. Have you hit the like? Right now, I'm waiting. Okay, now that you've hit the like, now that you've hit the subscribe, come on in, come close, listen to me. You got to do something for your mental health, okay? After you watch my show, get the F off your phone. Ideally for multiple days at a time. When I tell you leaving your phone and like getting off social media for a couple days at a time. And I was on my phone. Of course, I had my phone when I was in Las Vegas, but like I wasn't on my phone. I wasn't looking at my phone. I wasn't on my scroll hole, I wasn't like, oh, tell me everything about everyone's opinion. Tell me everything about everyone's fights. Tell me exactly what everyone feels about everything in the entire world. Let's hear about all the fighting let's see how many people are unfollowing me today. I was a happier person. That's the truth. I was a happier person. Get off social media. It does wonders for your health. Now, I'm not really social media. I'm just media. So come on in, have a great time here. Hit the subscribe, hit the like. We are going to have fun today. You guys, this, as Erica says, this show is for my mental health. Yes, my goal here is to keep you guys happy and have fun. So everyone, make sure to hit the like and subscribe. It's your daily dose of Donna. Yay, I'm so happy you guys are all here. I just realized I don't have my water on my table. I didn't get my water. I didn't get my soda, like my sparkling water. I have Wrigley the puppy in here because I have a little bit of stuff going on in my house, so I couldn't leave my puppy in there. So we may have a distraction. We may need to get up and get some hydration. Like it's going to be a little bit of a hot mess, but that's okay. It's daily dose of Donna. Right? We're always a little messy here. Enrique says, the singer of my opening music owes me his career. He really does. If only, I mean, does he? I want to know if JQ will go on tour anytime soon. Because if he does, I want to go on tour with him. If JQ, who sings Feel the Magic, who's my opening song, if he goes on tour, should we all go? We'll just like, I feel the magic. Whoa, 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 whoa. Wrigley agrees. Listen, if my puppy starts getting loud, we're going to have a big issue. Okay. But I gave her a bone. So hopefully she gets a little occupied, but she barks at the bones. She's like a little bit of a barker at her toys. So, dog trainers, please jump into my DMs and give me a tip of how to deal with a little barker. We have a problem. There's only one barker in this house, and that's me. I'm the only one that's allowed to bark, okay? I don't bite. I just bark. Oh, my goodness. You guys are so... We're going to go to JQ's concert, and no, we're not going to know any of his other music. We're just going to go, I feel the magic. Whoa, whoa, for 1 hour. Okay, play it again. Play it again. Play it again. Play it again. Micah, yes, let's all go. We can cosplay as a Coldplay couple. Coldplay. If I can just go one day without Coldplay hitting my news feeds, like I was talking to Lance about this yesterday. I'm like, Coldplay is either like really paying the right PR this summer or they're on the wrong side of history. I could go without Coldplay being in the news feeds. I've never seen anything like it. Is Page Six just going to every Coldplay show hoping to get a viral moment out of them? Of course, they had the literally barking at a bone. Of course, they had the CEO Coldplay thing. Then they keep like there's a constant, viral moments with Coldplay. I don't even want to get into what's going on, but like, I enough. How many times do we have to hear about Coldplay this summer? Are they struggling to sell tickets? Is it like, did they pay Leslie Sloan to get into the news? Enough. It's crazy. I mean, there's certain people that are just always finding themselves in the news every single day. It's Bethany, Coldplay, and who else? Like, who else is constantly in the news? No matter what, every day you'll find her in the news or him in the news. I mean, Taylor Swift, but Taylor Swift at least is relevant. Like Taylor Swift, it makes more sense. DJ Sade says, I've heard more about Coldplay in the last 2 months than I have in the last 20 years. It's so true. Like, it's weird. It's enough. I get it. Like, so he says something at every concert. I mean, which musician doesn't? But just like, just like we saw at the Emmys last night, like, enough. We don't need to see every celebrity and every musician's opinion. Stick to what you do best, which is be talented, sing, act, say thank you to your agent, to your mama. Let's talk. Let's talk. The comments are amazing today. Vivi, I am consciously uncoupling with Coldplay. We're all Gwyneth Paltrow today. Now we see why Gwyneth Paltrow wanted to consciously uncouple. She was like, I'm out of here. You always have an opinion, Chris. It's so good. Lanes, stay in them, Maddie says. We'll talk about that today. I want to show you guys a reel that I think Rachel DM'd me. There's a lot of F-bombs in the reel though, but it's about a creator that is so interesting. There's a lot of F-bombs though. Can I play it? I don't know if I can on here on YouTube. It's going to dock me probably a little bit. But it's about this creator. It's from this creator that has like 500 followers. I had never, ever heard about her before today. But she has had it up to here. She's like, enough. I talk about fitness. I talk about strength training. You guys are in my comments and in my DMs every goddamn day telling me that I need to speak up about social issues, about world politics, about the world news every day. You're asking me, you're badgering me, telling me, what are your thoughts on this? And what are your thoughts on this? And why aren't you saying this? And why are you saying this? So then I finally say something, and half of you are pissed at me for what I say, and you say you're unfollowing me. And then the other half of you are saying, why did you say that? I'm unfollowing you. Or why didn't you say enough of this? I'm unfollowing you. Or why didn't you say it soon enough? I'm unfollowing you. So if you say too much, you're unfollowing. And if you say not enough, you're unfollowing. And then I say, that's why I didn't want to say anything at all. This is not my expertise. I'm a fitness expert. Why am I forced to talk about politics and world news? Not everyone should have an opinion out there. Opinions are like assholes. Why is everyone that has a platform all of a sudden supposed to be a journalist or a politician? It makes no sense. This is getting out of control. It's like cancel culture times a million. Like everyone online is supposed to have the most perfect answer for everything, and no one out there is ever going to be satisfied. Like, of course you're not going to be satisfied. In fact, even if you say the right thing, it's never going to be enough because it's not soon enough, or it's not loud enough, or it's not exactly the right wording of it, or if it's not enough. I just wanted to talk about Karen Reed and Blake Lively. It's too much. It's too much. Now, Nancy Drew here says, no one is forced. It's a choice. I don't think you understand how much pressure it gets when you're on the other side, when you have a following of people who literally force you into it. Like it becomes like a tidal wave of pressure on the other end. There is a really interesting dynamic that happens. And like, I think you just get over it at some point. Like you decide what matters to you. This is how I operate. I don't speak up about everything. If I spoke up about everything that happened in the world, then I would just call myself, fucking CNN or Anderson Cooper. That's like not what is ever going to happen. I speak about what's important to me and like what is passionate for me, right? So I speak about Blake Lively and Karen Reed and Judaism and anti-Semitism, right? But like what for me, I have to speak up about, you have to kind of like pick your battles, I think, when it comes to having a following and when it comes to having a platform. If you don't, then I think you end up just like, what's the word? Like kind of just like cowering to everyone around you. And then it doesn't feel authentic. It doesn't feel genuine. It doesn't feel real. It doesn't feel like and the truth is people are fickle. People are fickle. That you think that they're there with you. You think that you have your people and they'll leave you in a heartbeat anyway. You know? They'll jump, they'll leave you in a heartbeat no matter what. The one thing that you say that doesn't 100% connect with what they want to hear from you, they will leave you in 2 seconds anyway. So, at the end of the day, stay in your lane. Just go with like just play. Look at the stars. Look how they shine for you. It was all yellow. Okay, let's get in to today's stories. Now, speaking of mental health, did I say mental health? Speaking of, oh, look, see, journalist is here. Citizen journalist, what are you talking about? What are you guys talking about in the comments? I feel like I missed out on some good conversations. Hey, guys. Oh my gosh, Kim, yes. Oh my goodness, she says, that reminds me of your wallpaper and decor behind you. People loved it. People hated it. They were going to unfollow you for it. Then you changed it. Then people didn't like it. Then people, you guys, if you're new here, I literally lost followers and subscribers because of my wallpaper. This was, I mean, that should have been studied. But let's get into today's stories. I want to talk about Taylor Swift. I want to talk about the Emmys. I want to talk about a few different things. But first of all, we have to talk about today's sponsor, this week's sponsor, and that is RULA. We all need some mental health help this week, this year, this decade, maybe for the foreseeable future. At some point, maybe we're going to end up in the next season of Paradise where we're going to, at some point have to go into some sort of bunker. I don't know. I'm just saying this is a possibility. Okay. The truth is, RULA is a phenomenal way to get therapy because telehealth has made mental health care more convenient and accessible for millions of people. But critical challenges like finding a suitable therapist, scheduling appointments, and the expensive out of pocket costs still keep many from getting the care that they need. RULA is on a mission to make high quality mental health care from a licensed professional easy and affordable for everyone. RULA's got you covered. They take most major insurance plans, and the average copay is only $15 per session. That's 15, 1-5. You can now get the quality care you need when you need it at a price you can afford. RULA isn't just affordable, they stick with you throughout your journey, making sure you get the best therapy and that you're making progress. With RULA, every provider is carefully vetted and chosen for their expertise. You'll always know you're in the hands of quality providers who are dedicated to making real progress in your care. The first step on your journey to mental well-being is easy. RULA starts by asking you a few questions about what's important to you and then provides a list of licensed in-network providers who match your preferences. You can schedule your preferred time and meet with your therapist as soon as the next day. Go to RULA.com/daily dose to get started today. That's RULA.com/daily dose for convenient therapy that's covered by insurance. Thousands have already trusted RULA to support them on their journey towards improved mental health and overall well-being. Head on over to RULA.com/daily dose to get started today. Thanks, RULA. All right. Yesterday on uh, my Patreon. I spoke about my weekend in Vegas. That's what you get for waking up in Vegas. Yep. We got to meet Michael J. Fox. That was my highlight. That was pretty cool, you guys. Michael J. Fox. Like, what a star. And George Stephanopoulos. How do you say his name? George Stephanopoulos. George Stephanopoulos. Now, George Stephanopoulos, um, listen, go to my Patreon to find out what really happened behind the scenes. Okay. Now, it was a great weekend in Vegas. So much fun. Had a blast. Really fun. And then we talked about some other things. We talked about some behind the scenes stuff that happened last week with like all the craziness of the world and all the news and like the division that came out of that horrendous stuff. So if you want that behind the scenes stuff, you can go and check that out. Let's talk about the pop culture stuff today. Let's talk about Let's start with the Emmys, okay? Listen, if you've been around and you know me, you know that the Emmys are my Super Bowl. In the last few years, it's been progressively harder for me to watch the Emmys. I'm just being honest, okay? For me, I find Micah, George is a small guy, okay? Micah says Donna was hating on the 5'6"ers out there. He's 5'5". He's a small dude. And I have nothing against short people, but he is real small, okay? I'm just going to say it. Small. Not Michael J. Fox. I'm talking about George Stephanopoulos, Snuffleupagus. I can't say his name. Stephanopoulos. George Stephanopoulos. So so the Emmys. I have loved the Emmys my entire life because I'm a TV addict. I love TV. TV is what I grew up on. TV was my babysitter. TV was my mom and dad. TV was the love I never had. Should I write a haiku? I always knew I wanted to work in TV. I grew up saying, like, that's where I want to be. Um, Sometimes you want to go where should I do this entire show in song? No. Right? No. Uh when I graduated college, that was what I wanted to do. I went straight into the business. I worked in the industry as a casting director, and I just knew I wanted to be on sets. So immediately, the Emmys were everything to me. I'm not like as big of an Oscars fan because I never see the movies. The Oscars movies that are nominated are like the last on my list. I'm just going to be honest. They're way too like avant-garde for me usually. The Emmys are where it's at. And the movies that were and the TV shows that were nominated last night are so up my alley for the most part. Although I couldn't get into the studio. Am I alone there? Could not get into the studio. And adolescence, 100% being honest again, when adolescence came out, and this is really going vulnerable and real and truthful and honest with you guys, it came out at a very, very tough time for me in my personal life with family stuff. I couldn't watch adolescence at the time. You know, when a show comes out that, like, is too close to home in some weird ways with, like as a mom, it just felt like I couldn't deal with that. I felt like it was too much, so I will not watch I didn't watch Adolescence when it came out, but now I feel like I can watch Adolescence. So now I'm definitely gonna watch Adolescence because it won so big, and the studio won so big, so I'm like, "Do I have to watch the studio?" But The Pit is one of my favorite shows ever, ever. I was so obsessed with that, and that also won really big. Now, I love the Emmys, but the more time that goes by, and this is just my personal opinion, I find myself less and less invested in these shows. And I don't know what it is. The more time that goes by that I'm away from the industry, I am less interested in Hollywood as a whole. I find myself uh maybe very disenfranchised with the Hollywood like energy. I find them all to be like, for the most part, not all of them, of course, but a lot of them, just like too it's a lot of narcissism. It's a lot of like self-importance. And nothing got me more than seeing Meg Stalter on the red carpet. And I posted about these things in my stories, but Meg Stalter is the girl from Meg Stalter is the girl from, uh, well, she was in Hacks. Don't get me started on Hacks. I mean, I don't know what they're giving in their freaking cereal on that set. What are they feeding the cast on the set of Hacks to make them all so I don't even know how to explain it. But it's bad. It's bad over there on Hacks. And I used to love that show so much. I could not get into season 4. I don't know if it's because I just know too much about the people on the show in real life. That's again, this is a personal opinion, right? This is Daily Dose of Donna. And tell me if you guys disagree with me. Tell me if you guys disagree with me. But this is just my personal opinion. Meg Stalter shows up on the red carpet. This is a red carpet for the Emmys. This is a show that, people hire Brad Goreski. People hire big time stylists. They wear expensive, beautiful black tie gowns. And Meg Stalter shows up like this. Okay. Not only is she wearing a t-shirt and jeans, but she's wearing a black purse with a handwritten sign that says ceasefire. Tune into my podcast, Just Jew and Me, if you really want to know what I think about that. She's also wearing the infamous red pin on her jeans here. I'll make it a little bigger if you really want to see it on her little jean over here. And that pin, you've seen it. It kind of was worn by many of the stars of Hacks yesterday. It was worn also, of course, by Hannah Einbinder. And it was that pin itself is a pro-murder pin, if you just want to look up the meaning of it. But I digress. She's in jeans and a t-shirt to the Emmys. So this to me is just like, what? I'm sorry, what? When you go and you like hire something along the lines of, you know, a Brad Goreski and something something like you go out of your way to wear like beautiful gowns. This is the Emmys. This is not, the MTV Movie Awards or like the Video Music Awards or something along those lines. It's a very strange choice. But this is the girl that dresses like, in a Diet Coke. Okay, fine, whatever. But it's, one of the many, many things that I saw. And I truly, truly found myself like, oh, okay, so here we are in 2025 where it's just acceptable to wear jeans and a t-shirt to the Emmys. Awesome, cool. Now, when we get into the show, Nate Bargatze? I don't know how to pronounce his name. Is it Nate Bargatze? Okay. I will say this. The opening skit was I guess an SNL skit. And I found myself laughing out loud. This was a sketch where it was with Bowen Yang and a couple other SNL people. And they were talking about like, what will TV be? And they were making some jokes about it and making some, comedy about it. And the truth is, I was laughing out loud. And yet I go online and everyone's like, this was the most unfunny sketch in the world. And I'm like, what world am I in? That this is the one thing that I find funny and the world thinks it's unfunny. So I am officially in the upside down. But I thought that was funny. What wasn't funny was the fact that I didn't think that Nate maybe did any rehearsals or something because he messed up so many words. I thought the timing was off on a lot of things that he said. I thought the comedy was off. I couldn't hear the audience laughing throughout the show. But what I did enjoy was he gamified the entire show because what he did was he did this whole bit about boys and girls, the Boys and Girls Club. And the Boys and Girls Club had this thing where he said, if you go over 45 seconds in your acceptance speech, we're going to take off take off per second. We're going to reduce the amount of money that we're donating to the Boys and Girls Club. If you go under 45 seconds, we're going to add money. The thing is, all these Hollywood stars are so long-winded, of course, in their speeches, and they know that they're going to lower the money, lower the money, lower the money, lower the money. And of course, by the end of the show, the money was so low. And of course, at the end of the show, they ended up donating and over-donating and over-donating and over-donating. It was an off, other than that little like gamifying of it, which I thought was kind of funny and like kept me a little interested. He himself didn't have a very good delivery. I agree, Maddie. It was dry. It was off. It didn't have like a good rapport. He had this whole thing with JB Smoove, who's an actor in the audience. They kept kind of going back and forth, and it didn't have like a good energy. And I couldn't hear the audience laugh. So I'm like, is the audience not laughing? Or they just don't, or we don't hear them laughing. It didn't work. But I also do not, Nancy, I'm just going to say we can talk about later. It's a little distracting in the chat, but Nancy, you have a wrong opinion about what that pin means. But we can talk about that later. Watch my other podcast. You don't know what the pin means. Okay. So it was a little bit of a wrong, the timing was just off. It was off. Okay, next. Let me try to think what else happened that I thought was odd. Oh, I loved the idea of doing the Gilmore Girls 40-year anniversary, right? I thought that was phenomenal. Again, the timing felt off and weird. Did anyone else feel that it was so strange? Like it was very, very strange. I love Reba. I don't know who the other people that sing with her are, but Reba was so, I mean, Reba's great, but the timing of their singing and the energy of their singing just felt so odd to me. Then they're running over and just talking about it in the comments just felt so odd, or in the microphone, like the timing, or maybe it was the direction, whoever directed the show just felt very, very strange. Yeah, mods, help me. Is there any mods here? Like, I feel like I need help in the comments. So, okay. I need my water. Then the Gilmore Girls. So I am so obsessed with Gilmore Girls. You don't understand. I almost wanted to cry when the Gilmore Girls segment happened. Hearing Rory and Lorelai talk together in their same back and forth, going back and forth with that timing back and forth, like just the way. And I almost wonder if Amy Sherman Palladino, who wrote the Gilmore Girls, wrote their little monologue together, or I should say dialogue together, because the way that they spoke during that was so phenomenal. It was like so back and forth and so good. I loved it. It gave me the chills. I'm like, this is TV. This is the best show ever. But did you guys notice how Nate Bargatze, how he introduced it? He said Gilmore World. He said 25 years ago, Gilmore World was announced or like started. I was like, Gilmore World? Under what world is Gilmore World a show? Secondly, I also noticed another thing that happened was that they played the wrong music at the wrong time. Like they played the Gilmore Girls music before the Gilmore Girls thing was even, like announced. It just, things were not working. It didn't connect. It didn't flow well at all. That's a producing issue. That's a directing issue. I don't exactly know whose fault that was. I don't know if it's Nate's fault on his own. Just don't really know. It didn't work. The show goes long, of course, but I love the fact, in general, I thought Great wins across the board. Severance won a bunch. Did you notice the girl from Severance, how she said, "Let me out" on the back of her sheet, of her thank you sheet? I love that. I love Trammell, whatever I think his last name is Trammell, when he won for Severance and how he thanked his mom. The way I cried. Love that. I loved Owen Cooper, the kid, 15 years old, won from Adolescence. That was phenomenal. I loved There was some really great speeches. Of course, Seth Rogen had his first win and he ended up, I think, winning 7. Then we had, I'm trying to think who else we had that was really, really incredible. Of course, like I said, The Pit, Adolescence, Studio, those are kind of like the big winners of the night. White Lotus got completely shut out, but that's okay because I didn't watch this last season because I thought it was like the idea of this last season was way too much for me. I had no interest in watching this last season of White Lotus at all. Tillman is his last name. Trenmel Tillman. Thank you so much, C Journalist, because I didn't want to look everyone's names up right now. Thank you so much. And that's like, those are the big ones that kind of jump out at me. Now, in terms of interviews, did you guys see Jenny Slate's interview? That's all I'll say about that. The cutest on the red carpet that I thought, I mean, I am so obsessed with Adam Brody and his wife. Let's see if we can just pull up some pictures. Adam Brody and his wife. Here's the Emmys after party. Let's see if we see any from them. Ugh, don't want to see that. Noah Wiley is so damn cute. What a second chapter for Noah Wiley, right? Did you guys know that the girl who plays Dana on The Pit, who's like she runs the I don't know what it's called, the floor of the emergency room. She's married to Grant Show from Melrose Place. I almost fell over. I thought that was amazing. Adam Long, Michelle Monaghan, and Amy Lee Wood. Oh my God, Kristen Milioti. Kristen Milioti, she had a crazy speech. She went crazy, literally. She was like, Lance goes, she feels manic. This is Liz Hines. I think she's one of the writers for Colbert. I could be wrong. I don't know who any of these people are. Oh, Olivia Rodrigo and Iris Apatow. These are the young ones drinking their filthy martinis. Okay, so this is Catherine Lanasa. This is the girl married to Grant Show. And this is Sarah. She's Noah Wiley's wife. Oh my God, look at these just blondies. This is Dakota Fanning, Cara Delevingne, Rita Ora. Rita Ora looks like Jessica Alba in that picture. And Paris Jackson. Noah Wiley again. Oh my gosh, he was amazing. Was he not amazing? Jeff Hiller. And then, of course, this is Robbie Hoffman. That's Gabby's wife. Jeff Hiller was amazing, but now I need to watch that show. These pictures are so big. Who is that? Sam Nivola. I have no idea who that is. Evan Peters and Lisa. See, I'm too old for half of these people. Gene Smart, Paul Downs, and Christopher McDonald. Interesting. Mark Indelicato, Gene Smart, Hannah Einbinder, and Paul Downs. It's the Hacks crew. Huh. The Hacks crew. Thoughts and prayers. Chris Perfetti and Christian Milioti. Oh my gosh, they're lovers. Noah Wiley and his wife are in love. I want to find, okay, can we talk for just 1 second? I didn't watch this last season of, let's not do ads here. I didn't watch this last season of, what's it called? White Lotus. Walton Goggins. Can we talk about this? Why does he look so petrifying to me? Can someone tell me? Like, let's talk about this. Is this a normal situation? Does he play a scary character? Do people think he's hot? What is happening? it's something's going on there. Okay, this is everyone dancing, everyone having fun. But I want to see what I want to see is the red carpet because I want to show you guys how phenomenal, how gorgeous and phenomenal um Adam Brody and Leighton Meester looked. I actually thought they looked amazing. And I also thought Kristen Bell looked so good. And she's definitely working out. Her arms looked insane. Did you guys see her arms when she was presenting? And I have arm envy with any woman. If you work out, I love it. That's what I'm into. Good arms. Here's the cutest couples arriving on the 2025 red carpet. Here we go. Okay. So we have, and I don't know why Walton Goggins is there because I just don't see this as being cute. I'm sorry. Tell me if I'm wrong. Am I missing something? I really want to know, you guys. Am I missing something? Please tell me right now. Do you guys think that he is sexy, hot? Do you want to hook up with him? Serial killer vibes. Elena, you said it, not me. You said it. Walton G's only good character is Boyd Crowder in Justified. Now he's creepy. Yeah, maybe he plays a really good creepy guy. That's not, I don't want to hook up with him. Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco. Yes, they're cute. I mean, sure. Okay. No, Wiley and Sarah Wells. Agree. So cute. Jason Segel and Kayla Radomski. I saw them in an interview. They seem really happy and really cute. I don't know much about her, but she's beautiful. He seems nice. Seth Rogen and Lauren Miller Rogen, they've been together so long. They chose to not have children. They seem really happy about that. They're very, very lovey-dovey. I saw a little cute moment of them kissing and hugging, and she looked very proud of him when he was getting his Emmys engraved. I mean, very sweet. I think that they're probably really happy, right? Adam Scott and Naomi Scott. Adam Scott has a really big head. No? Okay, Kristen Bell and Dak Shepard. Kristen Bell looks like she is ripped. Ripped. Like, what is she doing? I want to know her workouts. Dak Shepard is an odd bird sometimes, no? Do you guys think Dax is hot? I think she's hot. A lot of people think it's funny because I just went like this and it says serial killers cults right over Dax Shepard's face when I pull this down. A lot of people think Dax is hot. I don't think Dax Shepard is hot personally. Again, personal opinion. But I think she looks real good here. Real good. Like, I don't know what she's doing, but it's working. Thomas Kail and Michelle Williams. Oh, yeah, I forgot they were together. She looks very angelic and sweet here. Ben Stiller and Christine Taylor. I saw a very cute interview where they were talking about Real Housewives. He doesn't look very, very happy in this picture. He looks very like, right? He looks very like, I don't know. Remember that they divorced for a while and then got back together? Isn't that funny? They divorced and he was like, I want you back. I always find that so fascinating. I like that though. They were like breaking up and then they got back together. But she will always be Marsha Brady in the remake of Brady Bunch to me. You guys? And Hey Dude. Remember Hey Dude? Cheryl Lee Ralph and Vincent Hughes. I love Cheryl Lee Ralph. That's so cute. Colin Jost and Scarlett Johansson. Okay, Scarlett is so gorgeous, but something's missing with her in this photo. And I don't know, not just this photo, just her look. She's missing something, and I don't know what it is, but she's so stunning. But there's something that's missing, and I don't know what it is. Nate Bargatze and Laura Blair. He looks like a deer in headlights dressed through. Is that his look by choice? He wants to look like a deer in headlights. Like this is the. He looks so sweet though, but he has a face like this is his face the whole night. You know, they seem happy. Gary Oldman. Whoa. Wait, this is the sexiest couples? What? I don't think this is sexiest couples. Maybe just cutest couples. Look at Reba and Rex Lynn. I don't know anything about this couple. I didn't even know that she had a new boyfriend, and apparently they're engaged. Do you guys even know about Reba and Rex Lynn? But why does Reba not age? Reba does not age. She looks so good. Leslie Bibb and Sam Rockwell. How long have they been together? She's a lot taller than him. Avon, Jogia, and Halsey. You guys, I went to this list just for Adam Brody and Leighton Meester. It's like, where are they? Jake Gyllenhaal and Jean Cadu. I cannot look at Jake Gyllenhaal without thinking, do you know that you're the guy in the Taylor Swift music video? Joe Pacheco and Jean Smart. Cool. She looks gorgeous. Jean Smart is forever gorgeous. Jason Isaacs and Emma Hewitt. I love Jason Isaacs. Don't know anything about her. Harrison Ford and Callista Flockhart. Sweet. Jimmy Kimmel and Molly McNerney. Fine. Cool. Julianne. Okay. They're just showing every single couple. Can we get to what Catherine Lanasa and Grant Show? Okay, this is getting out of control. Oh my God, this is cute though. Zach Cherry and Annabella Cherry from Severance are cute. Get me to what I am here for. Where are we, you guys? It's not even in the article. I feel like I'm going to cry. Did I just waste that entire segment for nothing? Welcome to Daily Dose of Donna. Well, that was annoying. I'm just going to show you guys a picture of Leighton Meester and Adam Brody from last night because that was really annoying. I'm so sorry for doing that to you guys. Here we go. Adam Brody and Leighton Meester matching cotton candy looks for Rare Emmys date night. Like, why didn't People magazine put them on their list of cutest couples? They are officially, I think, one of the cutest couples of the night. Why didn't they get listed there? That's so ridiculous. Yeah, I think People magazine was blacklisting them. Interesting. All right, you guys. Well, that was fun. Whew. Yes, I enjoyed my commentary too, and I stand by Adam Scott having a small head. Big head, small body. On to our next story. Taylor Swift is, oh my God, Elena got it. Blake paid them to blacklist them. It does track. Blake and Leighton Meester are not friends. Interesting. Speaking of someone else that Blake is not friends with, Taylor Swift was in hiding yesterday, and we don't know why, but there are some theories about. Now, yesterday, you guys noticed, well, everyone noticed because it's Taylor Swift and you can't go a day without noticing something about her, that she showed up to her fiance, Travis Kelce's second game of the season, and it was a home game. It's a Chiefs game. They also happened to lose the game. Did I watch it? No, but I know that. And it's not a great start to the season. MC High Life says, Donna, to be fair, I'm a Chiefs fan, and with their 0-2 start, I'm also hiding behind a screen. This was weird. She has gone to many, many, many games, and she has not ever done what she did yesterday. She's always been pretty public in her entrance to these games. You always see her do that kind of like walk down the hallway in her boots, in her gear, in her jerseys, in her jackets. We always see exactly what she's wearing with her red lipstick, with her outfit. Then she goes into the box and she sits in the box and we see exactly, or in the suite or whatever it's called, and we see exactly what she's wearing, what she's drinking. We see her cheering with the mom, with the what. We don't see her yesterday at all. We don't see her arriving. We don't see her walking into the suite. We don't see her in the suite. And that is unlike Taylor Swift. So, what we do see instead is, I will pull it up right now, is this video, which is a little bit. Let me pull it up. I mean, there's a longer one, but this is a 6-second video that someone posted on X, which is very odd. There must be, and I don't really know exactly how the setup is like from her angle. I don't know how many paparazzi, how many people are standing like on the press side filming when Taylor Swift walks out of like the private area through the public hallway, not public, but just like the VIP hallway towards the private suite. But it's enough people that there's always cameras and they all film her. And this is what happened right before. Let me see if there's a better video of like the setup. Yeah, I think this is the better video. Right before uh she walks out, they start setting up this kind of strange barrier, which we have not seen happen from the beginning.
Eagles at the 24th, Kansas City. Handoff goes right side again. This time a nice push. As Dillon was the ball carrier and a gain of 4 yards. Jared Tillery rotating in on the defensive line. But a football advancement by the Eagles just beyond
They
the
set up
20
this
for the
like
20.
very,
No score.
very
23
tall,
to go. First
fold out
the ball
barrier. It
gets
was
snapped
quite a situation. It was kind of cool. Kind of want one in my house so that I can be behind it and then my kids don't know I'm there. They set it up,
They take the snap. The swing.
people kind of standing on both sides. And then the second she comes out,
Eventually
they
gets
just
there.
kind of start
Kansas City
following her
13.
and walking with her. And they kind of wrap it around her so no one can see her in the front and then no one can see her in the back. It's like a pretty genius little move. So apparently is a barrier that TMZ has now spoken about or come up with because people are having theories from left and right. Like at first, people are saying, well, this is really interesting. What could it be? Number one, October 3rd, we're at September 15th. That means that she's officially, I don't know, is September a 30 day or a 31 day? I think 30 days in September. So we're officially 15, 18 days out from her album coming out. Does that make sense? 18? 18 days out from her album. Um, she's very close to her album coming out. So some people are speculating, does she have a brand new look that she's about to show off? You know how she always kind of like changes her looks for each of her albums. Maybe she's changing her hair. She's doing some big hair change and she doesn't want anyone to see her in this in between time, or she wants to reveal this new look right when she reveals the press for the album. Maybe it's a lot of people, of course, are starting to say, maybe it's pregnancy. Well, look, we just saw her publicly, not a few days ago when she was proposed to, and then she went to the game in fairly tight clothes. There's no way that she's that pregnant that she would be so, popped that she can't hide it with a sweatshirt or a baggy outfit or a jacket. There is absolutely no way. I think that has nothing to do with that. Some of the other theories that people are saying, 5 of the best theories, this is an article on page 6, is security concerns. This is what my feelings are, is that after what happened last week with Charlie Kirk and the political assassination of Charlie Kirk, I truly believe, and this is my guess, I truly believe that she has definitely beefed up her security measures. I think that if you've been following Taylor Swift for long enough and just watching her documentaries and seeing what has happened before in public settings, celebrities, and seeing, just in general, look at what happened with Ariana Grande in, I believe it was London a few years ago. And even Taylor Swift had to cancel a concert in Vienna a few years ago. This is absolutely a possibility. If you are a public figure, even if you are not someone that goes out there and spews politics and your feelings on political things, which she doesn't do on a regular basis, but she absolutely has done. Hello, she definitely has done. She's spoken about her political feelings on things. There's no question that there are people out there that would consider her a target because there's unhinged people out there, right? Not to mention her anxiety probably gets ramped up when you see things like this. There's no question that she's getting threats on the daily. There's no question that her security team is fielding left and right like strange, you know, tweets or strange DMs or strange cyber stuff. There's no question. So if there's any possible feelings of like possible threats, like, what if there's that random tweet that says, just wait until I see you at the next Chiefs game or something like that? Even if it's from some no name, 0 followers, random Twitter person, why wouldn't that be enough for Taylor to say, I can't risk it? But at the same time, she probably is grappling with this feeling of, what am I going to do? Miss my fiance's game? I don't want to do that either. I don't want to sit at home and let this random threat from this no name person that doesn't even may not even exist ruin my life and let me, force me to sit at home. And I enjoy going to the games. I enjoy seeing my friends. I enjoy hanging out with his friends and family as well. I want to have a fun day. So I have to ruin my life and ruin my day and sit at home and be depressed and not be able to enjoy it and celebrate Travis and cheer Travis on. She also may feel a little superstitious about missing his games. Maybe he feels like, no, Taylor, I want you there. I want you to be there. But she's probably, grappling with that feeling of, I don't want to miss it, but I am also scared to be there. There's kind of this back and forth. There's no question that there's probably a little bit of a back and forth. Now, TMZ is reporting that those kinds of barriers are actually bulletproof, which is really interesting. The barrier that we saw is actually considered a bulletproof, bullet resistance portable shield. And it costs $6,000. They looked it up and it says that, they're saying it will be interesting to see if Taylor keeps this up. The scream may be bad luck though, because they actually lost. But this is something that it may actually be like a real deal security issue for her. And I can see it, you guys. Of course, it could be something silly like she just dyed and cut her hair and she doesn't want to steal Travis's spotlight. She doesn't want everyone to be obsessed with her and, whatever. Maybe she doesn't want to be booed. She doesn't want people to focus on her. I think, of course, people that are talking about Blake Lively and all of that are saying, after everything with the Justin Baldoni deposition news, maybe she's worried about, she doesn't give a shit about that. I don't think anything has anything to do with the Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively stuff. But what's interesting is that she did say was it on the podcast with Travis, that she came into the game when she first watched Travis. One of her first games, she said she walked in through the main door with a wig, with sunglasses, with a hat, and not one person recognized her. So it's interesting that she probably could pull it off if she wanted to be in security. I mean, if she wanted to be in disguise, but then she'd have to walk in through the main entrance, which she's definitely not going to risk. Since she's already backstage, I'm just so shocked that there's no behind the scenes way or private way that she could actually go from one place to another. It's also surprising that they can't clear the hallway in any way. They have to have them walk right through where people can be, paparazzi can be and stuff. But you guys, I'm telling you, This is a scary time for any public person. I was even thinking about it last night when I was watching some footage. I follow this one paparazzi guy, this guy, Joy of Everything. And he is a paparazzi. He follows a lot of celebrities here in Hollywood and he goes to the airport and follows them. He used to work for TMZ. He's a really nice guy. But he was filming a bunch of celebrities going from, the Emmys to the after party. And I don't know if they were getting dropped off from their cars and walking a little distance or whatever. And I've never thought this way, but when I'm watching this video, I'm thinking like, are they not nervous? Like Stephen Colbert is just walking all through, the city, whatever, all the cameras on him, talking, 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 talking. And I'm thinking to myself, I would be nervous. There's too many unhinged people out right now in the world now. I hate to even be there, but that's how I would feel if I had a really, really, really public platform and I make some really big statements. American Dreamer says Theo Von says he was scared. I get it. I would be too. If I was Joe Rogan, if I was Theo Von, if I was any of the guys from like Pod Saves America, or if I was anyone from like, I don't know, from any of those like really big, but like also musicians that say stuff that are, Taylor Swift is not like a super political person, but she has been, you know. So it's interesting. El Michelle says, that's crazy to me too. Most newer stadiums have tunnels for the famous people to get to the suites. Interesting. It's never available to her. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, are you saying there's really no way? There's not a private way for her to get to the suites without paparazzi? Every celebrity has to be filmed by paparazzi getting to their suites? Is that really the case? Now, I don't know. But you're telling me that every single celebrity that goes to a Chiefs game has to walk by paparazzi? There's no like tunnel? I just find it so strange. Very odd. So, well, we'll see. We'll see. Arrowhead is an old stadium. That's what JMO says. I've never been. So I have no idea. Built in 1968. Mildred in the comments is constantly commenting saying she needs a husband and she needs advice from me. Well, remember at the beginning of the show, I said I'm going to stay in my lane and we should stay in our lanes. I am not a relationship advice expert. I really wish I could give you advice. But Mildred, I don't know what to tell you. This is my advice if you're dying to get a husband, okay? My advice is feel good about yourself. Look good, feel good, move your body, love your life, and don't focus so much on getting a husband. Because when you focus so much on getting it, I think that's when it doesn't happen. It's like one of those things, right? Isn't that good advice? Because I feel like when you want it so much, it doesn't happen. You just have to you've got to like focus on yourself. And then, no, that's the worst advice. VB says call Patty Stanger. No. Do not call Patty Stanger. Call Bethany. We talk pub culture here. What the what? Mildred, you're obsessed with Billy Bush. Billy Bush has a girlfriend. Mildred keeps saying, tell Billy Bush to marry me. He likes you. But I'm not going to tell Billy Bush to leave his girlfriend for you, Mildred. Can't do that. He's a girlfriend. He loves his girlfriend. But Mildred, JT says, Mildred, get a puppy, but don't marry your puppy. Oh, that's a good idea. Go get a puppy and then go to the dog park and meet another dog. Yes. Great idea. There we go. Go to the gym. Meet a guy at the gym. Okay. Let's do a members only about husbands, okay? Let's do a members only about husbands, and let's stick to pop culture here. Jen Affleck and Ben Affleck were seen together in a Dunkin's commercial. And by the way, how many of you guys thought I was talking about Jennifer Garner? Talking about Jen Affleck. And I'm going to tell you guys something. Well, I can't throw Lance under the bus. Okay, I'm going to throw Lance under the bus. Lance says Jen Affleck is so cute. Because he works on Dancing with the Stars. He's like, she's so cute because she's like really petite. Like, she's really petite. She's this big. Jen Affleck is this big. She fits into your pocket. Jen Affleck is really cute and really sweet, apparently. And those Mormon wives, man, they are killing the game. And Ben Affleck loves himself Duncan. And then, of course, Jen Affleck, I mean, I didn't know she loved herself Duncan either, but they both just got themselves this Duncan commercial. And it's unbelievable that this happened for them. I mean, not Ben. He can get a Duncan commercial, just like that. But for Jen Affleck, and remember, the whole story was like, the whole rumor was that she was related to him. And then in season 2, we found out that they weren't. DJ Sade says Jen Affleck is the same size as George Snuffleupagus. She may be bigger. She really may. Okay, let's watch their commercial together. It's actually really cute. Oh, that was so funny.
Affleck? Affleck?
Expecting my cousin Ben? Nah. When Duncan has something packed with amazing value, they bring me in. Jen Affleck, the value Affleck.
The value Affleck?
Yep, twice the personality, half the price. I'm a steal, just like Duncan's $6 meal deal. A coffee, bacon, egg, and cheese, and hash browns for $6? That's value. You know what's not value? Ben. Why overpay for something that nobody wants? He's so dated. I'm younger, hotter. Can you believe Ben's only 53? And it's not like a young 53. It's like a weathered 53.
Rude.
Ugh, that was bad. But not as bad as those grays.
A totally average 53. Right down the 53 fairway.
You ain't talking money, I don't understand.
I wonder if they actually got to meet, because they weren't like together. So I wonder if they actually got to film together, but I thought it was really cute. Ben Affleck's entering like a very likable era. The second he ended things with J-Lo, I'm into Ben Affleck again. Like, not into, but like, I like him so much more without J-Lo. J-Lo makes men unlikable. Don't you think? Which is actually, it reminds me, one of the girls that we were with in Vegas sent on the WhatsApp at like 2 a.m. I was already sleeping, sent it on the WhatsApp. I just saw Mark Anthony. I'm assuming that means J-Lo's ex-husband? Or is there like a basketball player named Mark Anthony? I don't know. But I thought that was really cute. Good for her. She's very cute. Like, I think she's going to have quite a career. Just you wait. Taylor Frankie Paul, of course, she's going to be on The Bachelorette, and then Whitney. And you guys know I'm going to be at Dancing with the Stars tomorrow. So I'll give you guys a report of that on Wednesday morning. I'll tell you what I see from being there. Looks like Lil Nas X, this is breaking news, is undergoing inpatient treatment for his alcohol and drug addiction after being released from jail and being charged with 4 felonies. Even though he pleaded not guilty to all those charges, he's in treatment in an undisclosed facility in another state. He said, we're doing what is best for Lil Nas X from a personal standpoint and a professional standpoint, but most importantly for his well-being. Let's hope for him that he gets sober and he gets healthy, because obviously he was not in a very good place. Lil Nas X. That was like a tough moment for Lil Nas X. Don't you guys agree? So let's hope that things get a little bit better for him. Now, when I was gone in Vegas, I know that there was like some Kelly Wolf stories that came up, and I saw that this TMZ article came up that Kelly Wolf was charged with violating her protective order while, and the article kind of came up, and I was like, I can't focus on this. I'm out of town. I'm enjoying my life. Now, this article says that according to this statement, this is like kind of older though. This didn't happen right away, but this happened on August 30th. So this was before she went away and went back into, this is like back in the end of August. She had violated that protective order by using a friend's phone and attempting to contact her son through her friend. So this just kind of adds to everything else that we were talking about last week. Now, what's happening with Kelly Wolf? The reason why I'm bringing this up is because a lot of you guys are really interested in what's going on. Like, what's the update there? What's happening with Kelly Wolf, from what I know, and I have not dived deep. I'm going to be 100% honest, you guys. The whole drama that happened last week with the Charlie Kirk and everything in the world and the division and the hate and the anger, I like completely pieced out from like pop culture stuff. I really was not watching anything. But from what I know, Kelly Wolf has kind of like started posting on her normal account again. She's posting regularly. She's posting on her stories. She's sharing old reels of herself. It's a lot. It feels a lot calmer. I don't know. But I don't know. I mean, unless she's posting from other accounts that I know about, but she is posting. She seems to be like at a more level stage. I have not been like deep diving at all. I do know that she has posted, she recorded some sort of oddball podcast with this other guy in New Orleans. Weirdest thing I've ever seen or heard about. I have no idea who this guy is, but it didn't seem healthy or good. And he was like threatening, I'm going to release this, even though everyone's telling me I shouldn't. And I'm like, do not exploit her and release a podcast with her right now, because she should not be in any way able to like release a whole long diatribe on what she's feeling right now, because it doesn't feel like it's going to shed the best light on her, in my opinion. I don't think that that's what a good friend should do. But that's just kind of from what I was seeing, but I haven't seen that much of an update. It will be interesting to me to see if we feel, if we see an update on anything positive or anything, groundbreaking. I just think that she's getting taken advantage of by that guy over in, I can't remember his name, like Nola, something. I don't know who he is, but I think that he is taking advantage of her, or she's hanging out with the wrong crowd when she hangs out with him. From what I know, I hope more than anything, we keep getting, I really hope to get good news on her. But what I am seeing is that we're not seeing a lot of bad stuff coming from her end. I'm not seeing a lot of anger. I'm not seeing a lot of like intense posting. So for me, I think that's good. And hopefully that means things are calming down. But you guys tell me if I'm seeing anything, if I'm missing anything with the Kelly Wolf. And that's what I hope. That's all I can tell you, I think, about Kelly Wolf, honestly. I hope more than anything that she is coming down, if that makes sense. I want her to be coming down from like the chaos. And that's what I'm hoping for Kelly Wolf. I'm not a bot says Wayfair hired 2 new lawyers, big names, lawyers that specialize in appeals. I've had it up to here with Wayfair, with Blake Lively, and that whole story. You guys, I can't. I am hoping and praying for them, but I need to see some positive action on that side. I'm so done with this lawsuit. You know what I mean? But let me know if something good happens, or I'll see if something good happens. We will see. Now both sides have a Shapiro. Well, a Shapiro is always a good thing. Shapiros are always good attorneys. You guys, I adore you. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you for subscribing. And that was kind of a fun episode, right? Got us distracted from all the craziness of the world. I love you. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, that's it. Okay, bye. Love you.